how do I take this story and get lessons from it that I can apply to my own legacy? Because that's what I realized I was doing in reading The Go-Giver and creating coaching materials that other people could coach from the book. So kind of a unique challenge, and it brought out one of my unique talents. So I started looking at story differently, and I want you to do that right now. I want you to think about stories of people that you've admired, whether they were people you knew, people that were really lived and you have their historical version, although I'm going to tell you right now that there is no such thing as truth that is absolute. There is only how we perceived it. But these people lived, and the story of their life is recorded. To fictional characters, whether it's myths, legends, or parables. What stories have you admired and maybe envied? What stories have made you say, I wish I could be that person. I wish I could be like that person. Or if only my life hadn't taken these turns or I hadn't made these choices, that could have been me. Think about those stories, because we're going to use them to blow some things up. Okay? Got a few characters in your mind that fit that? Few stories that you'd like to know where those lessons are that you can apply to create that same story for yourself? I did too. And what I realized is that I wanted stories about blasting through brick walls. I didn't want parables, I wanted stories. And I realized that I was now connected to a lot of people that could tell me these stories, people I call blast-through artists. I mean, they've blasted through brick walls for themselves, and they've been part of other people blasting through brick walls. And several of them you would have the opportunity to meet because they live here in town. So up here we have a guy who's sitting right back there, Bill Ellis. And right here we have Scott Ginsburg, and most of you know Scott. And some of you may know Tom Ruich with Market Volt, who's also the co-author of a book called Generation Big. And some of you may have met Daphne Michelson when she was here on the 50 and 52 journey. And some of you may know Kimberly Schneider down here in the corner in the blue, who's a manifestation coach who's also local. So it wasn't a big surprise that I knew these people. I knew their stories, right? They're local. I've had the opportunity to meet them. And then there were the miracles. Oh, I left out Lynn Wilhite. That wasn't very nice of me. Lynn's up here with the blonde curly hair. Lynn went from client to advisor to one of my Inner Circle Fellowship. She is a sales professional and sales coach, and she is phenomenal. So then there were some people that I met through events. Ava Diamond, who is a speaking coach and also a process